Hey, it's me again. Welcome back to Molly
A
Mondays.
story that might interest you. It's actually totally different, should we say, to what I would normally kind of talk about, because someone asked me exactly what I wanted to be talking about on my channel. Like, was it stuff to be inspired by, or experiences, or education? Well, maybe a combination. But one thing that happened to me yesterday, which I feel like I need to shine a light on because it's something that just doesn't happen very often. A couple of years ago, I was seeing this guy and we were out on the town, obviously having some fun, drinking and all the rest of it. Now, me and this guy were walking home, and I don't want to talk about how drunk we were, but we were quite drunk. And anyway, to cut a long story short, we get home and I wake up and I've lost my purse. My purse, which has my life in it. It's got my passport in it because I have no other form of ID. It's got all my cards in it because I always just keep it in one place. And literally just my life. And I was booked to go on a few work trips, and all of this kind of went up in the air within like seconds. It was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? My parents were away. This guy was like really good at sort of trying to calm me down and stuff, but it was pretty serious stuff. I was silly. I clearly wasn't looking after myself, and people have said to me, like, why do you take your passport everywhere with you? But it's my only form of ID. Obviously, I was going out to have a drink. I always get ID because I look about 12, and so it's always with me. And it is scary, but yeah, I was stupid. But anyway, to cut another long story short, I cancelled everything. I had to apply for a new passport. This guy paid for it for me. He paid for a replacement. I paid him back because I obviously didn't have access to any of my accounts. And yeah, so that happened 2 years ago, and I hadn't really thought about it since. Obviously, since then, have learnt my lesson to be more careful of my stuff. Like, don't lose stuff like your passport, your purse, and your whole entire life. Don't do that, ever. Be more careful, Molly. So, 2 years, around that, 2 years down the line, get this message. Through my trust page, through the Molly What Trust page. Hi Molly, I think I found your purse. What? The purse? The purse that I lost all this time? And all this time, to be truthful, I honestly thought someone was using my identity. I'm sure someone would have clocked that by now, but I honestly thought, because it hadn't turned up ever, that someone was using my identity. But anyway, so this person called Sam, couldn't see who it was because it was a picture of a cartoon in the profile picture, said, yep, purple, I know, I looked in one of your cars for your name, and one of the main reasons I wanted to reach out even more was because inside your purse you had this, it's like a guide dog identification book, which I had for Bella. So he probably was thinking, oh my goodness, this isn't just the average person, quotation marks, this is a blind person who's lost their purse, considerably vulnerable, lost their purse with their passport, all their cars, and happens to be a guide dog owner too. So he sent me this video of this purse, and it's a big purse because it was big enough to fit in my my passport, of the identification book. It's like yellow and it's guide dog identification book. All my cards, my passport, which looks a bit worse for wear and obviously invalid now, everything's still inside this purse. And this amazing person, Sam, reached out to me 2 years down the line. I mean, I'm going to ask him what he was doing in the bush where we found it, because I asked him where he found it. He said it was in this bush. I'm not sure what he was doing in this bush, but he found it, and he's coming down to see me. I'd say coming down, he asked me if I was still in this area in Maidenhead, which he is also. He's coming to mine at lunchtime to drop it round so I can have some closure. How amazing is that? And I wanted to give a special thanks to Sam, because I'm going to send this to him after this, and just say how grateful I am that there are actually people out there that won't steal your crap.
Oh my god.
So I just had Sam pull up and deliver the purse. It is positively vile, the state that it's in, but amazingly, it's still, like, it's got all the bits in it. Like, I told you it was a big purse. It's a big purse, like, because it had to fit my passport in it. And, oh my god, it's disgusting. It's all the weathers this has survived. I can't even, wow. My passport, it's, oh my gosh. Oh, look, a Topshop gift card in there. The pages are all like stuck together and torn a bit. Obviously this is totally invalid, but all the prints come off. It is soaked through. It's filthy. The leather like feels really hardened on the outside, but of course it's like really like moist on the inside. So the guy said this was a bit like, Sam was like, I saw this, the identification book for Guide Dog, and thought, crikey, you know, this is, you know, it's pretty important I get this back to the owner. And yeah, it's Guide Dog's identification book that basically just, oh my goodness. Amazingly, this is all completely readable. The outside, not so much. I just can't, what, like my cinema card, another voucher. This is quite disgusting. There's so many different compartments in there. It kind of feels like it's also kind of been blown up and then like it's expanded and then got that together. Like, it's just, oh my gosh. It's just, yeah, bits coming out of it there. But this bit, which is kind of the main compartment, which you can take out of it, has got all my cards in it, still. The first thing I notice is my Nando's card. Well, just look how filthy my hands are getting. My Nando's card, my Amex, my Barclay card, Nationwide debit card, Barclay, my business account. Oh my god, this sounds like it has change in it. The zip is almost just not, oh, I don't know if I can even open that. Yeah, it's been completely, I might have to go and get some like something to like saw that open, because there's stuff in there. 2 years, guys, 2 years. This has just been, oh my god. Okay, so a bit of a close-up of all the things that was in my purse still. Guide Dog identification, passport, all my cards, vouchers, Nando's card, probably can still use that, like, priorities, right? And then this is a purse that is just completely soaked through. And this is the main bit, which has change inside it. All my cards were in here, which were taken out. The zip is a bit, yeah. So I've got some scissors and we're gonna give it a go. Let's have a look. Okay, so I cut through it and quite easily. I mean, I just went around the zip, so it's just a bit of material. And pocket change, like this thing, which when my mum bought me the purse, she always puts change in it because it's bad luck otherwise, and she wraps it with sellotape. This was still in there, and other bits of change. Got pound coin, 40p, more cards. So my CEA cinema card. So this is another thing for people with disabilities, getting to the cinema free. Another Guide Dog card, By law, guide dogs and other assistance dogs must be allowed to accompany their owners in taxis, shops, restaurants and other places open to the public. Yes, I've not had one of these since this purse. My disabled person's rail card. This was another thing that I had to reapply for very shortly after losing this purse because I need that. Whoa, my mind is blown. And once again, Sam, I'm sorry I didn't get the opportunity. I hope you got how thankful I was. I wanted to have a chance to do a short clip with you explaining how you found it and everything, but you described it pretty well. Very nearly left it behind, but something told him to go back, and thank God he did. And he said he wanted to give it back to me, even though knowing that none of it is at all like valid anymore and none of it will work. I'm gonna cut all these cards up, but to have that kind of closure, and it was such a, when I say it was a stressful time, it was stressful. My mum and dad were away. I didn't have any other help. One of my mum's best friends was a great help. Shout out to Nick. But it was applying for a new passport. So inaccessible, so stressful. Having to, you know, my auntie Mel took me to London to go and collect it, and it was just so bloody stressful. And I'm just so, wow, I'm just amazed that firstly it was found, and secondly, like, that someone as nice as Sam, you know, had the time to come by and give it back to me after all this time. Thank you so much.